everybody, we're here at Google Cloud Next doing some recaps. I'm here with Melinda Marks. She's a practice director focused on all things cybersecurity. So, very first question, right? Google Cloud focused so much on unifying data, unifying AI, empowering organizations to leverage agentic AI. I know a big component of the announcement that they made here in the cyberspace was focused on unified security. So can you talk a little about that?
Yeah, it was the announcement that was made at the end of the keynote on day one. Really good stuff to see them bringing things together. So it was called GUS, Google Unified Security, and it brings together the network, endpoints, applications in the cloud, which is exactly what's needed. When you think about moving workloads to the cloud, you need efficiency for security teams to be successful. You need to be able to scale, and they're bringing things together with a common data telemetry together to normalize the data so that they can add context with all the capabilities of their other security features. And what I love about this is we talk about moving to the cloud. We want efficiency, we want scale, and we need to arm security teams with the tools that they need to do this. And a lot of the tools in the past have been siloed, both across the software development lifecycle, so early in build when you're building applications, to runtime. You've got AppSec teams, you've got cloud security teams, you've got security operations across the software development lifecycle, and they're all using different siloed tools. So when that happens, you have a lot of duplication of effort, you have a lot of things that cause friction for development. In runtime, if you catch things, you have to figure out how to remediate it quickly. So they need that efficiency, they need that unification. So when you can bring that together and bring that context in, you can do things a lot more efficiently. So it was great to see.
Oh, that's great. And now, obviously, agentic was the hot topic, right?
Yes.
That's all we heard about.
Yes.
And rightfully so. I think it's so powerful now. Google Cloud's doing amazing things. But obviously, there's components of reducing risk, ensuring trust, data privacy, data governance. Obviously, one of those components is security. So what were some of the things that you were taking away from what they were saying in the security space?
Yeah, and I know your team is covering the evolution of AI, but it's been really nice to see. We think about everybody's using AI, everyone's using generative AI, and you want to stay ahead of the hackers because the hackers are going to be using this to find ways to attack and find vulnerabilities. So how do you stay ahead of them? You need to use AI. And we saw this evolution a couple years ago where we saw SecOps tools for faster detection and response with more assistive Gen AI, natural language prompts to kind of help the security analysts be able to detect and respond quickly to incidents and threats. And of course, with the Mandiant acquisition, they have a lot of threat intelligence data that helps them make sure that they can bring that together. And so now with agentic AI, we're seeing a lot of exciting things where you can actually put agents to work alongside to reduce the toil that security professionals have to do in their jobs. So they had two announcements. One was on triage for alerts. So every security study we do, people talk about alert fatigue. So again, security professionals are used to getting a lot of coverage, having a lot of security tools, and then what happens is you have too many things, you don't know how to prioritize, and even if you have all the tools in place, when incidents happen, you don't know if you can remediate them in time to avoid the attack or the incident. So that alert triage makes it easy for, instead of the person having to figure out what's important and what is going to have the most impact on reducing risk, it just generates that so that the security professionals can focus their time on more complex tasks that need their attention. They also had an agentic AI announcement for malware, so you can detect the malware. And this, again, we talk about where we want to see security go, and that would be towards more automation to help security professionals. And then we talk about self-healing. Like, we want this automated remediation to happen, and we'll get there. We'll see that evolution. And this is something we're looking into a lot in our upcoming research, is how we can use more efficiency, agentic AI, to get to that place where we're at self-healing systems, which is really the way that it could help.
Yeah, and so much, right? They've talked about this for a long time. They want to democratize data. They want to democratize the use of AI, and then that raises another flag, right?
Yes.
How are they empowering security operations teams and security professionals to manage who's doing what with these tools within their four walls?
Yeah, we'll be able to see that evolution really help the security teams be more better at their jobs. And again, throughout the software development lifecycle, it'll be more continuous, where they can set policies for better preventative measures, and then in runtime, they can detect and respond more quickly.
That's awesome. So what's next, right?
Yeah.
What's on your mind? Are you doing research in this area?
Well, another thing I wanted to call out too is just security teams being enabled to help support usage of AI at their organizations, because that's a big topic right now. Is again, across all of our research, when we ask people what's your biggest challenge today, everyone's worried about enabling Gen AI usage, or just AI with developers using agents, what they talked about in the developer keynote today. So security teams don't want to be blockers of that; they want to be enablers of that. And Google announced some features in their Google Security Command Center, Google SCC, to help with that posture management, reducing the risk of AI usage without getting in the way of people who want to use the Gen AI. So that'll be exciting to see. And that's coming up. We have RSA at the end of the month, and these are going to be big topics. We know they're going to be talking about AI adoption and how can security teams safely enable adoption without being blockers. And again, we don't want security teams to be circumvented by IT and operations to do things like manage risk or set policy in governments or compliance issues, which it's in their interest and they can align, but we want security to have a seat at the table, so they're helping pick the technologies and helping the companies innovate and make an impact on that bottom line, so they can enable adoption of all the exciting new technologies in AI, and meet their business goals.
Awesome. It's going to be really great to see Google Cloud continue their security momentum into
Yes.
RSA. So
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. More insights coming soon from other colleagues here at Enterprise Strategy Group. Thanks.
Thanks.